Hello, this is Jack from tofluency.com and welcome to this English lesson where I am going to test your ability to say certain counties in England. So I'm going to put the county on your screen, give you a few seconds to think about how best to say it. Then I'm going to give you the answer, some tips in this area, and then I'm also going to talk about these counties and give you more knowledge about England. Now, if you don't know what a county is, it is a territory or region that has been set up for local government purposes. It's a little bit like an American state, but it's different. For example, this is a county, and within this county, there are towns and cities like Blackpool, Preston, Blackburn, and Burnley. So again, you're going to see these counties and I'm going to share some key facts about these regions too. Now, stay until the end because I have a question for you and let's get started. The first one is on your screen now. This is Lancashire. Lancashire. Now, in this, there are two schwas, and you're going to find that to be a common theme throughout this lesson. So Lancashire, Lancashire. Lancashire is where I am from, and to be more specific, Preston. Now, Preston is famous for its football team, kind of, Preston North End, but it's also famous because it has a festival that's quite unique. It's unique because it's celebrated every 20 years. The last one was in 2012. I wasn't able to make it. The one before that was in 1992 when I was 10, and I was involved in a lot of the events for that festival, and it was so much fun. The next one's going to be in 2032, and I plan on making it. I've got a lot of time to prepare. But yeah, it's a unique festival and it's a lot of fun at the same time. Now, I also think that Lancashire cheese is the best cheese in England, especially the crumbly type. Unfortunately, they say it doesn't travel well, which means that people can't export it from Lancashire to other areas because it just doesn't travel well. And finally, the Ribble Valley in Lancashire is known as one of the most beautiful places in the UK. And in this area is Stonyhurst College, which apparently is inspiration for the Shire in the books like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Moving on now, the next one is on your screen. This is similar to Lancashire because you say it like this, Leicestershire. Again, two schwa sounds, Leicestershire, Leicestershire. The main city in Leicestershire is Leicester. Now, there is a Leicester very close to where I am right now, about 5 miles that way. But here there is a debate over how you pronounce this. It's either Leicester or, using my best Southern American accent, Leicester. Leicester is said, in the UK, to be the birthplace of modern English. So you can thank Leicester for this video. But also Leicester became famous when Leicester City won the Premier League, when the odds of them doing this was 5,000 to 1. So it was a big surprise to everybody. The next one is on your screen. And it's this, Tyne and Wear. Tyne and Wear. So the last part of this, again, is using the schwa. Wear, wear, wear. And also everything gets contracted and the and becomes very short. Tyne and Wear, Tyne and Wear. Newcastle is a city in this county and I think this is one of the best big cities in the UK. It's really vibrant. The nightlife is excellent if that is your type of thing. And it's a very cultural city as well. So there is a lot going on there. Now, there's something about Newcastle that I didn't know. And apparently it's one of the driest cities in the UK because there's a rain shadow due to the North Pennines. You can read more about that in the description. The next one is on your screen. Cheshire, Cheshire. This one is interesting because you go from the ch sound to the sh sound. Cheshire, Cheshire. And there is a schwa at the end. Chester is in Cheshire, and Chester was voted as the 5th prettiest city in Europe by Americans. And it is a very pretty city. There are Roman influences there, and also some of the Tudor style architecture too. I do know that a lot of football players who play for teams like Liverpool, Everton, Manchester City and Manchester United, they tend to live in Cheshire. It's a beautiful part of the world, and they also have a really good zoo there. The next one is on your screen. Yorkshire, Yorkshire. Now, Yorkshire borders Lancashire, and there is a big rivalry between those two counties. And this goes back to the Battle of the Roses centuries ago, where the House of York and the House of Lancaster went to war to contest the throne. So any game between two teams in Lancashire and Yorkshire always has that added rivalry. And they're known as the Battle of the Roses because Yorkshire has the white rose and Lancashire has the red rose. Even though we are rivals, I love Yorkshire. It's a beautiful county. It's known for its villages and its flowers and its welcoming people. I went to university in Yorkshire, and you might know Yorkshire from Yorkshire puddings, which aren't a type of dessert because usually when we say pudding, we mean dessert in British English. But it's this like savoury item that you add to your roast dinners. And I always used to get very excited when we had Yorkshire puddings. The next one is on your screen. Again, we are using the schwa, Suffolk, Suffolk. So that last sound is uk, Suffolk. Now, I don't know too much about this county. I don't think I've ever been, but I found an interesting fact about it. At 15 feet by 7 feet, the Nutshell pub in Bury St Edmunds is officially Britain's smallest pub. It stands at the heart of that historic Suffolk town and has been serving beer since 1867. The record for the most people to have ever squeezed in at once currently stands at 102, though thankfully you can expect far fewer than that on a normal Friday night. Sounds like a very cosy pub. The next one is on your screen. Are you ready for this? Worcestershire, Worcestershire. Again, two schwas, Worcestershire, Worcestershire. Now, you probably have heard of this before because of the famous sauce. I know this is really popular, or it's quite popular in the United States. Is it popular where you live? Worcestershire sauce. It's quite difficult to say that because you're going from the sh sound to the s sound. Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire sauce. In fact, we can make a tongue twister here. Worcestershire sauce is from Worcester in Worcestershire. Try and say that quickly. Pause the video and try that. The next one is on your screen. This is Merseyside. Merseyside. No schwa. No schwa in this one. Merseyside. And the name Merseyside comes from the River Mersey. And the most famous city here is Liverpool. There's a very famous song about the River Mersey too, which many people think is ferry across the Mersey, but it's actually used as an imperative statement. Ferry, cross the Mersey. Ferry, cross the Mersey. It's quite a nice song actually, so I'll leave a link in the description. And you probably know about Liverpool through the famous football team and also the Beatles. The Beatles are from Liverpool. Now, Liverpool also used to be part of Lancashire, but then, I can't remember when, they decided to create their own county and call it Merseyside. The last one is on your screen now. This is Essex. 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 Now, I've been to Essex a few times because I have friends and family there, and many people live in Essex and commute to London. Colchester is in Essex, and this is the oldest recorded town in England, and it was also the first capital of the Roman Empire. Essex is known as well for a certain TV show called The Only Way is Essex. I've never seen this show, but I know what it's about, and I think it's quite similar to Jersey Shore, which is from America. Now, the show has often been criticised for its negative and stereotypical representation of people of Essex. But one of the characters said this: "We are all from Essex, so this is Essex." It's not acting. It's not like they've got people from America and said, "Right, act like you think you know where Essex is. We are Essex people, so what you're watching is Essex." Now, he said Essex quite a lot in that quote. But check it out and then let me know what you think of this show. And if you've seen it before, then please leave a comment telling me what you think. Okay, those are the counties of England which you now know how to pronounce. What I want to know is, have you been to any of these counties and how was your experience? So tell me if you've been to Lancashire or Merseyside or Essex before, or any of the other counties that we have mentioned. And then leave a comment telling me if there are any counties or towns and cities in the UK which you find hard to pronounce. And maybe I'll make a part 2 of this video. If you're new here, then please subscribe, and then also get my book, The 5-Step Plan for English Fluency, which is free to download. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Again, thank you for watching. While you're here, why not watch another video? I'll leave those on your screen. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.